Morning. It's been a while, but I got to get this done. Just going to go through my weeks 8 and 9. Just been out for what? 7.9 k's at 5:34 pace. Felt like shit. Shit morning for it. That's alright. I'll talk to you. I got to have breakfast in the car on the way to work. I'll talk to you about my week 8 and week 9 and where to next. See you soon. Okay, on the way to work. Now, let's chat about weeks 8 and 9. Yeah, weeks 8 and 9. So, because I'm doing 2 weeks, I'll just talk about the key sessions and how they went, and just an overall for the week. I won't go through everything. Alright, let's get in the car and get on the way. Okay, so week 8, this was the final week of my build phase. I was pretty banged up from the 10k on the Sunday. I think we forget how much a 10k takes it out of us, but also about 200 meters into the run, I felt a bit of a twinge in the left calf. Nothing major, just something to sook about and complain about. So this week 8 was really quite heavily impacted by that. It took pretty much the whole week to get over it. That being said, got the easy runs done in the early part of the week. Got all those done as planned. Tuesday, did the 45 tempo, 15, the tempo run, 45 easy, 15 hard at the end. Ended up 8.2 Ks easy at 5:30 pace, which felt awesome. Then did 3k at 4:43. Really battled to keep the legs ticking over at pace in that 15 minutes. And I cut it short in the end, just because I got to home and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to bother battling with this. Did it in the ASICS Evo ride, which I've been doing my tempo runs in for the last couple of weeks. They've been feeling really good. They're really firm shoes, so for this run, that probably impacted quite a bit because I did have that fatigue in the legs. So probably should have gone a different shoe, but I really enjoy that tempo pace in these shoes. Friday, had planned to get out for the 10 by 1 minute hill reps. Unfortunately, child interrupted those. Ruined my plans there. It just didn't happen. Didn't get a run in on Friday at all. So I got up Saturday morning, did the run then. I know I said I wasn't going to do that, but I made sure I got up really early to get it done. Managed to get it done. Just under 7 Ks with 296 meters of elevation. Not interested in the pace on these at all. The better measure is to look at how much distance I get for each rep. The longest reps were 200 meters, the shortest was 160. It was fairly consistent, but by the time I was up to the 7th, 8th and 9th rep, that was really dropping down to that 160. So I would like that to be a bit more consistent, that 180 to 200 next time I do it. Sunday, child interruptions again. We didn't have the best weekend with the young fella, with the new baby. So I got out 6 o'clock in the morning, K down the road, get the phone call, nah, come home, need you home. So turned around, came back. Turns out 12 hours later, I managed to get out 6 o'clock at night, which is possibly the worst possible time to go out when you've got a new baby, because they're absolutely painful. But got out for an hour. Couldn't justify doing the 2 hours at that stage, so ran up the hill, ran back down, got in 12.3 Ks at 5:46 per K. But the beauty of that one was that I did 300 meters of elevation in that one run alone. So while it wasn't the full 26 or 28 Ks or whatever I had planned, I still managed to push myself. Yeah, got what I could done. Overall, 56k for the week, 5 hours and 18 minutes of training with 1100 meters of elevation. Not a bad week. Disappointed by the lack of mileage, but that's to be expected with a newborn. You just can't do it. Family comes first, so I've got to put that in. Week 9, this was a down week, and I really needed this. By the end of week 8, I was sore, I was battered, I was bruised. The legs were just feeling terrible. So for this week, down weeks, I always have the Monday off. Had planned to go out for the tempo on the Tuesday. By the end of Monday, legs were still sore, everything was still hurting, so I went, nah, I'm just going to do it easy Tuesday morning, move the tempo to the Wednesday. Did that. Legs still hurt for the tempo on the Wednesday, but it was better than doing it on the Tuesday. So dropped it back to 35 and 12, so 35 easy. So ended up 9.6k overall, 6.5 at 522, the easy portion, and then 2.6 at 431s. It felt a lot better than the week before did, and that's to be expected. That calf niggle that I picked up in the cross country, that had been bothering me in the warm-ups of my runs for the last few weeks, but yeah, that one really started to bite for that whole run, which is a bit of a worry, but I'm just going to keep working through it and just do the recovery that I can. I've noticed that I've got some of those really, really cool calf sleeves, the 2XU calf sleeves that you can wear. Yeah, so if I put those on overnight and then wake up in the morning, I notice that it feels better going out. So I'm just going to basically get in the habit of doing that, so wearing those to bed for the next few weeks. Got out Thursday for my easy run as normal. I'll put it on screen. Friday, did the same hill rep session as the week before, but just reduced number of reps because it was a down week. So same structure, but it was 8 instead of 10, so 8 by 1 minute. Went to the same hill, and I was really, really happy with the consistency of my efforts this time. Much more consistent, stuck between that 180-200 meter mark for each rep. Yeah, still got the 300 meters of elevation because I was more consistent. So that first rep, the first 2 reps, I wasn't as high, so I wasn't as close to the 200 meter mark, but I managed to maintain that form and that pace through all of the 1 minute reps. So I was much happier with that Friday hill run than I was the previous one. Sunday, got out for the long run. Let the wife have a bit of a sleep in, so I got out at 8:15, which we've got to change that for next week. Got out at 8:15, so I mean I was finishing by 9:45. Now, here in summer, it's, you know, it might say on Strava that when I first started out it was 24 degrees or whatever and 83% humidity. By the time I got home an hour and a half later, it was 30 degrees and it was 90% humidity. So it's just too hot. You just cook yourself at that time of day. But I still managed to get the run done, 16.1 Ks at 5:27. First long run that I've done in a while that actually felt good and that felt like I was capable. So that's a big positive. Only 44 Ks overall for the week. 4 hours of training. I would drop right back just to make sure I was recovered. If in doubt, I just didn't do the session, or I cut the session short in week 9, because I know that I'm transitioning into a peak phase, which is going to be a lot harder, a lot more effort, and a lot more work. So where to next? Like I said, moving into peak phase now. Not a huge amount changes about the way that I structure my training. Still same things on same sort of day. Still a Tuesday tempo, still a Friday session, and a Sunday long run, and easy runs and a whole bunch of easy runs in between. Big things that change though, each of those key workouts will change slightly, and there'll be a transition period over the next few weeks, but then it'll change into more of this peak phase sort of training. So how that'll sort of look, the Tuesday tempo will go from being that fast finish kick down sort of run to now being transitioning towards more of a traditional tempo. So in a couple of weeks time, it'll be more that warm up for 10 minutes, go for a set amount of time at that tempo pace, and then cool down for 10 minutes. Over the next few weeks though, it'll just be in extended intervals. So I think this week I've got something like 4 by 5 minutes at tempo pace with 3 minutes in between. So that's just bridging while I transition from these fast finish runs to more of a traditional tempo. Fridays, looking to move away from hill sprints onto more speed work. So probably end up doing some more flat track-based workouts, which hopefully I can get those done on a Friday afternoon, but we'll see. Then long runs, they're going to continue to grow in length, but also with my long runs, I'll start to add in some faster intervals in those. So, you know, I might run for a K and then half a K, add in a bit of speed work, or just a long run with a fast finish to just kick it down at the end, depending on what I'm looking to work on that week. So yeah, that's my next few weeks. I'm hoping to build that mileage up to 90 Ks over the next few weeks. I think my aim initially when I started this plan was to try and get to 100K weeks. I think I've got to revise that goal just based on family and how that's all working with sleep and work and balancing all those commitments. But yeah, hopefully I can get up towards that 90K mark, but that really hinges on me being able to do the long run properly on a Sunday, which I really have only been able to do a couple of times in this training plan. So yeah, hopefully moving into a bit more work this week. It's going to be a lot harder this week, but we'll see how we go. Hopefully this calf strain doesn't give me too much grief, and we'll just, yeah, see how it goes from there. And I will try my best. I'm sorry, Thomas Fritz. Okay, I will try my best to get out weekly with my reviews. Thanks for watching. If you want to keep following my journey, make sure you click like and subscribe. And yeah, see you next time. Thanks for watching.